I have been in a funk and I've been trying desperately to get out of it. I wrote the book Unexpected Pivots, and it talks about how I deal with depression and anxiety. And for some reason in my head, I'm thinking to myself, you wrote the book. You can't go through these anymore. You have to have it all figured out. Well, guess what? I still struggle with them. I still have them as a challenge from time to time, and I still have to go through the process, although the process takes less time to get through. I get through them faster as long as I remember to work the process. Here's what happened. Here's what I learned, and here's how I got through it. Sharing my story here with hopes to maybe help somebody else. I ended January. I was still making videos in January. I haven't made a video since the end of January. I'd ended on, this is the year of play. I'm going to find things to play, and realized I don't know how to play. I think even the last video says that. But I shifted my focus. I was going to focus on my third goal, which is health goal. So my three goals I have for 2024 is a business goal, a friendship goal, and my health goal. And I went all in February on my health. February 1st is the time when everyone usually lets go of their resolutions. They figure they're going to go back to their old patterns. They don't take their goals and their aspirations for the new year seriously, and they let them go. I've done it many, many times over many years. But this year I said, this is not going to happen to me. So I focused on health in February, and I was going to chronicle it and journal it out here and show you what I'm going through. And for the first half of February, the first 3/4 of February, it was amazing. I had found a coach who I was love working with. There's a community that he has built that was really resonating with me. Still is, by the way. I'm still in it and it's doing amazing things. But my weight wasn't going down as fast as I wanted to. But I was building habits. I was working out 30 minutes every single day, taking one day off. I was getting my steps in. I was eating whole foods. Okay, I say was. I am. In February, I was, but I still am doing all these things. I was and still am eating whole foods and chronicling my food journey in photos that I send to him, and he comments on whether, I could tweak here or tweak there. It's a really highly intensive accountability program that he's built, which I was in awe of. I still am, because he is very much holding my hand through this process of exercise, nutrition, and dialing in health for my body. So I've got more than one goal for my health. It's more than just weight. It's the whole foods. It's the moving my body. It's getting stronger. I'm lifting weights, doing all these fabulous things. But I was focused on that one thing, the scale, and it wasn't moving as fast as I wanted. After 4 weeks of this, I looked, and I was so proud of myself. I've been doing everything just so right and dialing it in and enjoying the process. 4 weeks gone by, I'd only lost like 3 pounds. And I was like, what the F? What am I doing all this for? The weight is not going down. And I let myself get really down. It's like, oh, what's the use? What is the freaking use of doing all this stuff if it's not going to get the results that I want? And I let that put me into a funk for about a week and a half. And I didn't want to get out of bed. I mean, things in business also haven't been quite going the way I want them to. I was focusing on certain things that weren't budging. And I had to learn this lesson all over again, that I was focused too narrowly on what the outcome should look like. And I wasn't looking at the bigger picture of what I was building in the process and building up to for my health. And this has happened to me over and over. I'm really proud of myself. It took 4 weeks this time. Usually it's like a week and a half. I'm like, what's the use? Things aren't budging. Oh my gosh. I'm in my 50s, And things shift in your 50s. Things that used to work don't work anymore. And it's a very frustrating process. I wanted to go back the way it was. I wasn't accepting the situation that I'm now in my 50s. I have to look at things a little differently and take a different approach and tactic. That's one of the reasons I hired a coach. And, I've been enjoying this community because I needed the accountability. I needed the fresh perspective. I needed to look at things differently so that I could move the needle on my health. And I'm using the word health now versus moving the needle on my weight because I was so hyper focused on weight. I wanted to have that 30 pounds off and the sexy body again. And I wanted to go back to the way things were. And I can have a sexy body. I will get there. I know I will because I'm going to continue with the habits. I have not given up. But I had this momentary lapse of a week and a half where I had to dismantle all of my thought process around health and about what I'm really doing here. And I had 3 realizations. First one I've already talked about. I was focused way too narrowly on the weight goal and not on the bigger picture. And second, I realized I was really still focused on everyone else's opinion of what health looks like. Like health has to look a certain size or weight or, image. And I was like slave to the God of everyone else's opinion of what it should look like for me. And I had to really look at that and say, wow, I want to reframe that because everyone else's opinion has nothing to do with me. My opinion, my inner guidance, what I am being drawn to is more important. And I had to put the focus there. And I realized that I let myself slip into old thought patterns of, oh, I just can't do this. I'm not good enough. I don't know. Who am I fooling? All these old voices that I've challenged in the past and have been victorious over, slip back in whenever I have these moments of self-doubt. And that was interesting for me to look at again. Again, I'm on this cycle, we're on this cycle. Things keep coming back around for us to look at in different angles and evolve. I look at myself as evolving. And the older we get, the more we evolve, and the more hopefully we become closer to the goal of what we want to become, what I want to become. So those are my 3 realizations. So what did I do to get through that? I mean, the realizations are one thing. I could stay stuck there, or I could look at a different approach. So what I really did was I really had to accept the situation. So in my book, Unexpected Pivots, I talk about the stable process, STABLE. Well, A stands for accepting life as it is. And I had to really come to grips with, okay, here I am, almost 55 in a few weeks, and things are going to be different. I have to approach things differently and learn new ways of getting health, fitness, my eating habits adjusting, because my body is different than it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And acceptance was the first course of action. I had to really accept where I was. And I had to accept that there's certain messages my body is sending me that I wasn't listening to, that were begging for me to listen to. And taking a moment to still myself, quiet myself, and really feel into that, what messages were coming up for me. So from that space of acceptance, I had to reframe my situation, reframe this whole thing of focusing solely on a weight goal and take a look at the bigger picture. What have I accomplished? When I look at it, it's amazing. I am working out 30 minutes a day or more, 6 days a week. Plus, I'm having fun doing it. My coach has live Zoom calls with a community of people and a WhatsApp group where we're supporting one another. And I found myself really loving the process. And that's unusual for me. So that was a huge win I had not been considering. So reframing my fitness goals into less of a weight loss goal into a healthy habits goal. And at the start of this process, I've always eaten pretty well. But I've also really struggled with processed foods or eating too much sugar. Those are my weaknesses. And since we've started this process and documenting and taking photos of the foods I eat each day and sending to him, not tracking in an app, but just, the food and the portions and getting that dialed in. So I'm not like hyper focused on calories or macros and stuff. I'm eating a lot more whole foods. I'm eating fruits and vegetables and lean meats, and my body is feeling great. When I'm focused on the right habits and my body is feeling great. Big win. So moving my body, getting exercise, getting my heart rate up, building strength. I am feeling so much stronger. My legs, the amount of squats I've done this month, oh my gosh. And my legs are feeling so strong. Just going upstairs, I can feel a huge difference. Going on walks. I live in a hilly area. And so when you walk up those hills, I used to huff and puff and my legs were, sore. Well, they're getting a lot better. And it's a lot more pleasurable taking a walk now than it was before I started this program. So that reframe was really powerful for me. I'm really succeeding. I don't care what the scale says right now. I'm succeeding because I am mastering these habits. I'm in it for the long run. I am not here just to lose weight. I am here so that I can live longer, healthier, stronger. All the markers that say, lifting weights, building muscle, being able to do squats, having grip strength as you age, those are the indicators of longevity. I'm all in on that. So I'm focused and reframed on that. Then the third thing I did was I talked to friends and really chose a few friends that I work through using some internal messaging or internal guidance on like inner journeys. So some meditations with some inner journeys where we listen to what our bodies are telling us. And those have been powerful. And really dialing in on what my inner guidance is telling me, what my younger self is telling me, what my older, wiser self is telling me, and marrying those two into my daily decisions. Because both want to be heard. My little Kimmy K from when I was 10 years old wants me to have fun in this process. And she's like all in on this exercise as long as I'm having fun. If it's not fun, she doesn't want to do it. And I get it. I'm tired of like white knuckling my way through my goals. So I check in with her and I check in with my older self who gives me an applause when I'm on the right track. And I feel really good about that. So that inner journey that I went on with my friends, a couple of different ones who use a very similar process, one through writing and one through just going into a deep meditation, was very powerful. So those are the three ways I got myself out of my funk. Accepting the situation, reframing it, and talking to friends who are very supportive of the internal processes that help us get out. And as soon as I did those things, my energy just shifted. And I was like back on track. I'm like having fun again, enjoying getting out of bed in the morning to do my 6 a.m. workout, which I did not think that would be something I would ever say. But here I am. And I needed to like make this video just to share that experience because I think I go through this in cycles. And I need to come back and watch this, my next funk, because I'm just going to be honest, there will be another funk. But the more tools we have, the more we practice getting through it and seeing what works and reminding ourselves when it does hit is what causes us to move forward with success. So with that, I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is the beginning of March here. It is sunny outside. I can see it behind this camera, and I'm going to go for a walk as soon as I'm done here with my dog, who just probably heard me say walk, and her ears are perking up. She loves walks. Yeah, she is. And I'm going to enjoy this day. So I hope you enjoy your day wherever you are. Much love to you. Blessings. I'll see you in the next one.